Hey guys, AlduicS here, and we're back for Season 2, Episode 7 of Bofuri. Makes me very happy the show's back, because I did miss it, no doubt about that. Sure, while the wait itself wasn't much, the delay was only 2 weeks for most people, and in my case, since I watched last time well after it had aired as I had been behind, it ended up being about a week and change. It didn't feel like it took forever for it to return, so praise be unto the staff for not delaying it into next season itself, and only requiring a couple extra weeks to provide us with another episode. And I do hope we won't have another significant delay, if possible. It's understandable if they'll need to take extra time. I don't blame them in that regard, because who knows how the production cycle is right now when it comes to this anime. I do believe I've heard it's been outsourced for a few scenes here or there, but otherwise it's been relatively healthy from what I've heard. So here's hoping we can manage to make it to the very end of Season 2, since we just started the second half. And with last time, ended a two-parter. Gotta collect them all. It was a Pokemon homage, with Maple becoming the final boss, turning herself into an Eldritch Abomination in episode 5, and then in episode 6, it was Kuremu, and Kanane earning themselves familiars, so everyone in the Maple Tree Guild now has a familiar, and currently is ready for the 8th event. So are we going to hop into that, or are we going to spend time bonding with our familiars, maybe even learning about what they're truly capable of, how they'll add to the player's skill sets and their play styles? Because we don't know what Haku and Tsukumi and Yukimi can offer. We know Faye will be useful when it comes to production for Iz. We know the Mirror Slime, so will be an agent of chaos, since we know their skill set and what they're truly capable of. Because imagine if it mimicked Maple. Even with half strength, it's a force to be reckoned with, no doubt about it. And with Necro and his armored skill and how it adds on to Kuremu and his revitalize his tank build. So I'd say about half of the familiars that were earned in the previous 2 episodes are well known. So I do hope we'll learn more about the other familiars and even just see them act as proper masters and familiars and all of the adorable moments that will very likely ensue. So before we hop into the episode, check out my links down below. If you want the full version, head over to my Patreon. Consider support me on that platform. It'd be very much appreciated. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload next. And well, enough talk. I don't want to waste any more time. In 3, 2, 1. It does feel so good to be back. Are we going to focus on Maple and Sally, since they had to take the back burner, so to say, since they already had Oboro and Syrup? And how far will we lean into the Pokemon homage, the inspiration, the monster taming aspect? Will we have evolutions, skill expansions, and will we finally see Dread, Drag, Pain, Marcus, Misery, and all of the other named characters, familiars themselves? Because we did see Ignis. So I'm definitely interested to see how this will go and what insanity will ensue, because never a dull moment with this show, I swear. What's her familiar like? How does it change up her playstyle? Does it make her more of a threat? Wait, is it a ghost? Because we know that's Sally's weakness. All sorts of spooky, scary things, after all. I swear, if it ends up being a spirit so she can harass Sally and catch her off guard, it'd be very in line with the rivalry, but it almost feels like it'd be a low blow. And what a fitting battlefield. No time to waste. Almost like she's off kilter, almost like not expecting this to happen so suddenly. But Sally truly just gave no fucks. But she's all about speed, after all. So that's why it's instinctual. What did she summon? Did she truly think she was gonna get harassed? I'd make that assumption, no doubt, considering how much Frederica wants to beat Sally. It'd be an obvious pick, but to think it was a misdirect. Okay, admittedly, very clever. Very happy with this plot twist. And I will say, Notes is very adorable. So that explains her actions. The no time wasted part. Oh. Preliminary and main. So survival match for preliminary. I'd say Maple's very likely a given unless she gets a horrible environment. I mean, makes sense. Certainly don't want to show the entire hand. Information is warfare. It can be power. It can also be a very dangerous tool. So Mei and Yui's bears are attack specialists. Okay. Much like how Syrup allows Maple to travel everywhere a lot faster. Oh, so we're gonna have a duo adventure? Are we gonna go to the icebergs or mountains? Horseback riding? Certainly has that video game aspect. So there's also mounts included in the game. That's really cool. And what is this beautiful landscape shot? The colors combined to create something straight out of a beautiful painting. Oh my god, I feel so jealous. I want to play a video game like this. An actual VR MMORPG. These creatures are adorable. Alright, the bunny got me. That's just straight up adorable. So cute. Oh, the Feel Good Show of the Week is back, y'all. And I couldn't be happier with this. Wait, was she just in the background with the sheep? Was she accepted into the herd of sheep? The fact that she just casually popped out. Are we gonna get a random reward for taking a ride? Always at the pace of Maple. It's like it was with the turtle in the battle tower. No fucks given, and I appreciate it. The sound effect that gets to me. Just the pop. So where are they being taken? Are we getting a secret area? Oh, that was adorable. The way the music cut out, I feel like something twist related will happen. It's gonna get crazy, isn't it? Did it deem them more, or rather her, a significant threat? I mean, fair assumption. She's eaten bosses. I'd laugh if it was Excalibur. They are brought to a random lake and earn the sword that rules them all. A gemstone? A crystal? Unlock a certain door. Alright, that gets my gamer side just vibing so well. It makes me excited. I love collecting stuff like that. Assembling multiple keys for a door that you don't even know about. Trial and error. I'd definitely say Maple's having a better experience with the ocean right now. What does the door entail? What's beyond it? What crazy reward will we have? Or what secret boss will we find? Could that be the door, or is that a map of all the other crystal locations? Bond with monsters even more than we do now. Someone certainly has a whole lot of time on their hand. But it's why Kanade is definitely one of the most fearsome of the Maple Tree Guild. The sheer intelligence on display. I'd say that's pretty likely, yeah. Since they were the first ones to get familiars, imagine if they're the first ones to get like strengthenings, upgrades, or even evolutions for familiars because they came across another secret event or even secret quest and secret boss to a cockatrice? It's like an Articuno, yeah, as they were saying. And it's time for overkill, y'all. I was kidding, y'all. Truly final boss material. An eldritch abomination. Or, I guess you could say a god amongst immortals. The fire flower on display is almost unfair. It was nothing like the confrontation in the second event. How do you counter that? And where's the door? What is this location? It's so high up, a perpetual storm? Could it be like a wind elemental boss? Alright, Silverlink cooked with this boss design. That's so cool. The sentient rocks. So while Maple was essentially almost soloing the previous boss, it's time for Sally to shine. I like the distribution of weight. The actual hell! Wearing the Ghost Girl clothing and wielding a laser gun from Machine God. That's actually very terrifying. She's just free flying and so happily blasting it to pieces. Alright. Animation definitely kicked up. The Sakuga on point. That was very smooth running animation. Spirited Away, where's Haku? Where's the witch? Where's No Face? One of my favorite animated films ever. So this marks all 3 crystals collected. Now we have to track down the door. It makes me so happy that Maple's outfit just changes every now and then because of random equipment. And she truly does rock a lot of the attire. So jealous. It's so pretty. Did they go back in time or something? Or is it a separate dimension? There's a lot of writing. And monsters just chilling. I want to pet like all of them. It feels like a true adventure. And there was the human-legged chicken creature that we see in the ending song. It's real, much to my horror. I'd hope nothing weird would happen. But the fact they're glowing is already a cause for concern. Or cause for hype. Wait, they evolved? It makes perfect sense that evolutions would be on the docket when introducing monster familiars, because it opens up paths for them to increase their strength, not just from obtaining new skills or how they'll combo with certain skills and add to players' playstyles. It truly carries on that Pokemon homage, and it makes me very happy. Will this be the first evolution of many, or is this their final form? How many evolutions will there be planned for? What doors and opportunities does this open up to? Was it a feature that was implemented but not yet supposed to be fully realized? Like it was a secret and they underestimated the intelligence of players and the pure luck of the Maple Tree Guild, much like how it was when it came to Oboro and Syrup. And it's very fitting that they're the very first ones to evolve since they were the very first ones to be implemented into the game. Even if they were locked behind a secret boss that wasn't supposed to be beaten, and yet by all sheer odds and surpassing all expectations were obtained, the devs need to chill. Because Maple and Sally, well, they weren't able to obtain new familiars, only got stronger with this. And I'm so excited to see what the other familiars' evolutions will look like. Evolutions for tame monsters, for summons, makes me so damn excited. It's one of my favorite aspects of RPGs when they include familiars, because it feels like they actually care. And I love seeing the new sprites. It's part of why I adore Pokemon so much, because it's just so much fun evolving them. Do they also... Okay, so there's more opportunities for further evolutions. I do wonder if they need a certain experience threshold or a certain amount of time spent with their masters, the ones who tame them and or raise them, in order to evolve, or if they just take everyone from the Maple Tree Guild there to evolve their familiars. What are the full requirements? And what are the skills they gain? And the stat buffs? Oh. So it's exclusive to Oboro and Syrup right now. Oh. 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 Both those images go so hard. Hey, Frederica.
みんなで頑張って用意したからな。
すごいのは
こちらをレアナミゲです。
強っ。
きっちりいいとこ捕まえてんな。
ところで次のイベントはどうされますか？
プレイヤーも化け物をじみている以上、こちらも化け物をぶつけるしかあるまい。
ああ、考えてる。大きさは力。ビッグイズボー。
So we're gonna have giant monsters?
あまりでかいと処理の限界値超えんじゃ。
Are we gonna have kaiju battles?
猫の手どころかメープルは触手まで生やしてるのにな。
あの触手は出現自体レアなのに、よりによってメイプルに。
何も考えずに胃の中は作っちゃダメだ。メープルは進んで飛び込んでくる。
モンスターが爆発するのは
The fact that they're so concerned about how they have to plan events, features, monsters, because Maple always does the unpredictable, never ceases to amuse me. She's become the bane of developers' existences because of her lack of experience when playing games like this and her unique trains of thought and unexpected actions like eating a boss and acquiring essentially the god kit or putting all of her points into vitality because she doesn't want to get hurt.
初めて見ました。あと食べたりとか。
次のイベント頑張ろうな。
ああ、そうだな。
Wait, are we gonna have the monster from the opening song? Did something happen, Deeds? Apparently Tamos is gonna evolve, doesn't know what the conditions are though. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's nice when the top players do things for us to get info for us. Makes it easy to win by just copying them. I doubt Maple's even thinking about any of that though. So if I was a betting man, I dare say the horrifying monster with the blue and black color scheme from the opening song might just be what the developers intend to throw at the players for the 8th event, whether it's for the preliminary or main section. I can't tell you what would be more entertaining, but how massive will it be? Because big is power. Will they max out their processing capabilities and create this ultimate kaiju? Because if the players are going to be monsters, they'll throw a monster of their own making at them. And how crazy will it be? Will it be much stronger than the maximum difficulty knight, the 10th floor boss of the battle tower, which was already a struggle to overcome with just Sally and Maple? It was a duo challenge after all. So if it ends up being a solo fight for the preliminaries against such a creature, with only your companion to aid you in battle and add to your playstyles and cover your back, it's got me so hyped. Very curious and very excited to see what's going to happen next when it comes to that creature. Not only that, when it comes to the companions, turns out they evolve. So they take the homage, the inspiration from Pokemon and all of the RPGs with monster tamings to the next step. It's the natural course. Because obviously, while you can level them and earn them new skills, even stat boost, very likely feed them items that would also help improve their overall base stats, evolution would be the next logical step. And it has me excited, because as Sally said, nothing states that it's only a one-time occasion. So we might see a true final form down the line. It might not happen for the rest of Season 2. It could happen in Season 3 or even Season 4. Who knows how long it would take, how many more levels we'll need, or even if evolution resets their stats, so to say, resets their level. If it's acquiring a new form with higher parameters, but essentially resetting everything else back to zero, and then you must level them up from there and build the intimacy further before you're allowed to evolve them. And how many crystals will it take to enter this location full of rare monsters that allow you to evolve? What will be the requirements next time? And even beyond that, it makes me very excited to see what Haku, Tsukimi, Yukimi, Faye, So, and even Necro will look like when they evolve. Will it happen this season? I don't know. I do hope it happens, but I feel like that might not be enough time, considering how long Syrup and Oboro have spent with the main cast, not just Maple and Sally. It makes sense that they'd be the first monsters capable of evolution. And it's so cool that we had almost a rematch against the secret boss that held their eggs back in Season 1 as it was implemented and adapted to its new location with new skill sets, a color scheme, and it was a easy victory when compared to what went down last time. But it doesn't help that it's almost impossible to level a monster appropriately when fighting a monster like Maple, an eldritch horror, a god amongst mortals. Not to mention Sally, because our girl was a ninja and a real badass. It was nice that we did have a duo adventure with them, since the previous 2 episodes were mainly spotlights on all of the other members of the Maple Tree Guild, which was very much necessary because some characters obviously were much more prevalent throughout the previous episodes than others, such as Kasumi. So seeing Mei, Yui, Kanade, Iz, and even Kurumu all have their own times to shine, with their own benefits coming from them taming these familiars, and even the confirmation about what they can bring to the table. The only familiar we currently don't know what they offer in terms of skill sets is Haku, the snake. Because we know Sukuni and Yukini are attack specialist familiars. So what about Haku? Is it a stealth familiar, an attack familiar, a support familiar, a defense familiar? Only time will tell. And with the confirmation about what's going to go on in the 8th event, the fact that the preliminaries are individual matches that are survival, where you have to slay as many monsters as possible, and whoever places high also directly affects where they place in the main section of the 8th event and the rewards overall. What's going to happen? What are the layouts going to be? Will it be randomized spawns, or will we target all of the high-level players and put them in extra high-difficulty locations as appropriate challenges? Or we get some luck of the draw situations, and Maple, with her luck, seemingly terrible environment, but coming out on top because she managed to find new skills or work out a new trick to take on these monsters that doesn't just include tentacles. Also very curious on what the new skills for Oboro and Syrup will be. I do adore their new forms, because they're already kawaii as hell. So, how is this going to change up their current playstyles? How much more formidable will Maple and Sally be by the end of this season? Because it was very dramatic scaling in Season 1, and Season 2 certainly hasn't slowed down that regard. If anything, it's almost speeding it up. And while I would hate it in other shows, the way it's played for comedic effect and how no one's truly toxic about it either, everyone just accepts that it happens and attempts to compensate in their own form or fashion so they could be on equal footing or even surpass her, that Maple essentially became the final boss of this series, a standard for everyone that wants to surpass her. And while her build is very hard to replicate and very busted, it's something everyone sort of aspires to be, to specialize in their own form and fashion and come out on top like Maple and defy all odds, even if it does hurt the brains of the developers, because they're always caught off guard by what unexpected actions she'll take. I do feel bad for them, but I mean, didn't they in Season 1 accept the fact that they'll just have to embrace this adorable girl doing such absurd things in their video game, because she's essentially become the poster girl for the series, because everyone knows Maple. It's how much stardom she has and how much weight she has in this community. Oh my god. This is such a fun series. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. Watch this series after you watch something that's heavy on dread, anxiety, feels. It's so wholesome. It makes me so happy. My cheeks hurt from watching it because I'm smiling so much. Oh, or I'm laughing too much and I go lightheaded. Oh, even just watching the sheep carry around Maple in the casual walk they went on together, and just the overall chill atmosphere of the series, it's something I can't get enough of. So I do hope we don't have further delays. If it happens, it happens. I'll respect it, because everyone needs to take time to provide the quality we've been given on a weekly basis. And I don't know the production cycle. I don't know if it's healthy or not, because I'm not in the loop when it comes to information like that. All I do is just provide reactions and commentary for anime I enjoy, with this being one of the standout series from the winter 2023 season itself. It feels good to be back, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. 8th event can't come soon enough, I swear. With that said, check out my links down below. If you want the full version, head over to my Patreon. Consider supporting me on that platform. It'd be very much appreciated. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload next. What did you all think of my reaction, my commentary, the episode itself? How do y'all feel about it coming back after only 2 weeks? Are you grateful that we didn't get delayed into next season? Well, that it wasn't an indefinite delay, much like how it was with Uncle. So, with that said, I do believe I'll end it there. Otherwise, I'll end up rambling until the heat death of the universe about this show, because I adore it so much. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been AlduicS. I hope I'll see you all for another video. Peace.